Welcome back, guys, to another video. I am not feeling very good today. I got such a bunged up nose. I've slept funny and I cannot move my neck rightwards. It was torture trying to drop off my lad to school today because I had to move my whole body like that. Yeah, I slept funny. And Evri are pissing me off. If you've watched yesterday's video, I had a return from a customer saying the CD player, the drawer wasn't coming open, and I tested it. It doesn't work, and it was rattling. So I don't know if it broke on the way there, broke on the way back, or something. I don't think it's the customer's fault. I don't think it's my fault. It's Evri's fault. And it just seems like they are really trying to wind me up recently. I've had 2 returns. One, I couldn't do anything about it because it was broke. It was a bread maker and I gave a full refund. Luckily, I got my money back on that, which I actually made a little bit more money. And Evri are trying it on with me with this CD player. They are asking me too many questions, asking for too many pictures, and now they've asked for a video to show that it doesn't work. Ooh, Evri, I will be tagging you in this video because you are trying to pull a fast one. You are just a bunch of con artists that employ Joeys to basically chuck things around. That's all you do. Also in this video, I've actually got a bit of information about Evri where, yeah, I know what they do. And this is from a person that works at Evri. So I still have got all the Salvanian family stuff here. I haven't listed anymore because last night I went and played football at a new place. I won't be doing that again because it was on like hard carpet, old-fashioned like grass, you know, AstroTurf where you have sand on. It killed my knees, killed my ankles. It was horrible. And I had to wear somebody else's football trainers because I took my, obviously, Predators. No one told me that it wasn't AstroTurf. Yeah, so I had to wear some stinky old man's trainers. Luckily, he's quite a clean, decent bloke. So, yeah, and luckily he had the same size feet. So, yeah, I won't be going there again. I'm not paying £5, and it was in the middle of nowhere. It was like something out the wrong turn. So before we go into detail with Evri and what I know about them and what I'm actually going to be doing, I've got a few sales. So as you know, I'm clearing out all my stock on Vinted because I'm going to be a pro member next week. Well, try and be a pro member next week. So I'm just trying to get rid of as much bits and bobs as possible. So if you do want anything, give me a message on there. Stuff will be going cheap because I want to get rid of much stock as possible. I'm obviously not listing on there, so I'm not going to be selling anything on there because I'm not fiddling around with the algorithm, am I, by listing, and I don't want to list any more stuff. Even though I really do, I'm not. Since I've done these 2 last videos, I've had loads of messages saying I've had the message and I've just ignored it and I've made this much money. I know lots of people have ignored it and they're still on. I think it's just a threat. I wouldn't bother, you know, ignore it. I understand that, but I'm not risking it, right? I've known people on Vinted who have been banned for less things than this, and frankly, I only have 2 platforms. I have Vinted and I have eBay. Obviously, eBay is my biggest source of income, but Vinted does pull its weight sometimes. But like I said, we have got some sales. Somebody has bought all the Disney VHSs. I've had these for ages, 22 in total, all different titles from Toy Story to Lion King to Snow White. Back in the day, these were very expensive and collectible. These were going for a lot of money, but now they're not. They bought them for £15. Absolute bargain. I only paid £4, so I'm going to make some profit. No messages, so I don't know if it's a subscriber or not. And the other one is 2 Wii controllers. They're not working. Sold them for £2. They are absolutely free to me. I know there's a few people who watch my channel and have been liking some stuff. So guys, stop liking and start buying. You know, you will get a shout out if you buy something. But that was all that's on Vinted. Nothing else. I have sold something else, but that is on eBay. Only one thing. And guess what? It's another bit of tech. I've sold an LG DVD player for $24.99. What a surprise, I've sold another bit of tech. Something very similar to what came back recently. So, I'm going to make sure this is bomb-proof. I'm going to make sure this is not going to break. And I've done the first layer of packaging. So, this is the first layer of packaging. As you can see, it's been bubble wrapped. It's got about 6 layers of bubble wrap on it. And I've put cardboard around the edges. So every edge is all like packed tightly. And yeah, listen, no rattling. All right. So Evri, if you do want another video, I'm going to send you my link to this channel and this video. And I'm going to say, you know what? If you want to be stingy and not pay out people when they have got insurance, you're going to be outed on a video on YouTube so everybody can see. Evri, be warned. You don't mess around with me because I will out you. Anyway, it's been wrapped up. It's going to have some more cardboard on. And then, yeah, it's going to be sent. All working, all fine. Nothing wrong with it. And let's see if this one gets broke. So back to Evri and what has happened. You know, I got a refund and it got sent back and yeah, it was broke. Basically, it was rattling inside and the actual CD part where obviously it comes out didn't open. Switches on, that's fine. Can sell it for spares and repairs, but it's not working, right? Something inside snapped, and that's why probably the draw's not working. For the last 24 hours, Evri have tried everything not to pay me back. It's weird because with the bread maker, they pay back straight away because they saw the damage. And with this one, because it's got no damage, but it's internal, so it's something that doesn't work, they don't believe me. They actually don't believe me. Even though we've got all the proof, the returns, actual person saying it doesn't work, they've had the refund, everything, and they still do not believe me. 30 quid unit gone down the drain. Now I'm going to be lucky if I can get tenner for it. I will put it on for spares and repairs. Maybe somebody will buy it for a tenner. So whatever we've been asking for, they ask for everything. So first of all, they ask for packaging. Can you send the packaging on all this, like what it was packaging? And this is one thing I need to tell you. If you're dealing with anything that's valuable, that can break, take pictures of what you've wrapped it in. So, for instance, what I would do personally is when you're wrapping it up, make sure you wrap it up good. And then take pictures and send it to the buyer. So, send the pictures to the buyer of proof of packaging. And then send the picture of it in the box with the address on it so they know it's their item. This just covers you through them because obviously some customers are a bit dodgy and they'll say it's broke or it was rubbish packaging, and you can prove it wasn't. The other way is obviously if something does come back broke, you've got them pictures to send to Evri. And pretty much most of the time Evri will give you the refund and yeah, no problem. If it's broke, if it's dented, if it's snapped in half or whatever. But this was something a bit different, wasn't it? This is something that now the actual item is in fine condition from the outside, but it doesn't work. So they've been asking me for some videos of it not working. And I was thinking, oh my God, how can you not believe somebody? Are you that desperate to not pay a customer back? What is the point of insuring something if you're not going to pay it out? I mean, I'm only going to get 20 quid insurance because it's the standard one. And they are doing everything not to pay. Like I said, I've took pictures of it not working, and I'm waiting for the reply. So probably in this video, I will tell you the outcome, whether I'm going to get money back or not. Literally Evri are like a bunch of amateurs. Yes, they do a good job majority of the time, but unlike people like Royal Mail, where it's quite hard to get into Royal Mail, you know, because they have to do like tests and that, basically anybody can be an Evri driver, work at Evri. Some are really good, and the person who drops the parcels off to me, he is absolutely brilliant. Normal bloke, you can see he's got a nice little van, nicely stacks his parcels up, you know, knocks on the door, waits for you to actually answer, and yeah, that's all he does. Yeah, that's how it should be. And I'm not saying it's all the drivers, because I have seen some drivers chuck things over the fence. Yeah, actually kick the boxes over the fence and stuff like that. But where I drop all my parcels off, the girl that works in the shop, she obviously speaks to the drivers, and every driver at that shop has said that he almost wanted to complain to the managers about the people working the warehouse. And that's the problem. The people in the warehouse are the worst ones. These are the ones probably why your items are breaking. He told the girl that what he has seen is they take the parcels out, they have them in cages, and then they have them in different areas for different slots. He sees people pick the item up and just chuck them into the areas which you're supposed to go to. Not place, chuck them. If you worked for Evri, let me know. It would be quite interesting to see if anybody used to work for Evri and could put some light in. If you are from Evri, I will pin your comment down below. But yeah, he wanted to say something, but he was scared to lose his job because, you know, he will be going against basically the company and against a lot of people. And I said to the girl, I went, well, what's the point? You know, he'll lose his job. They won't care and they won't change. In the end of the day, Evri are now probably the busiest delivery service in the UK. And that means more breakages. That means they are rushing around more, which I understand, because even though these people are chucking the parcels around, which they should be doing anyway, but they're probably under pressure. They've probably got to do so much in a certain time, and they have bosses moaning at them. And it's unfair. If you can't deal with the volume, you shouldn't be doing it. Or you should be employing more staff. Because if you're rushing about, you're going to be making more mistakes, breaking more things, and that means you will be paying out more in compensation to people. Need to get on now and parcel this thing, because I've got some listing to do. So I'll see you in a bit. So guys, it is now 5 o'clock in the evening, and guess what? I've heard nothing about the parcel, if I'm going to get a refund. Obviously, I go through Parcel to Go, so I don't go through eBay. I don't do all that like pack link stuff. Definitely not after what I've heard about all the money being taken off them and I have to pay eBay back. Thank God I didn't go that way. I use Parcel to Go. You just link your account up with eBay, and when you sell stuff, it goes to Parcel to Go, and yeah, you have a comparison part where you got all the different delivery companies and you choose which one you want to go with. And then Parcel to Go deal with it themselves if it's quite easy, but if it is a bit harder, they actually go and the one company, whoever you're dealing with, deal with it. So I think it's being dealt with by Evri themselves. So it can take up to 28 days. I don't know. Obviously, in tomorrow's video, I will give you an update. But I'm not going to talk about it in that video. It's not going to be the thumbnail or nothing like that, because I'm not going to drag it on over something minor. But yeah, like I said, it's been, what, hours since I've gave the email and everything. I was showing the video of it not working. and I've received nothing. So obviously they don't know what to do, and I guarantee if I don't hear something back tomorrow, it's gonna be a long way, and that means it's just annoying. But yeah, that's what it's like being a reseller at times. This week for returns has been really bad. Either they don't want the item, or it's broke, or you don't get your refunds back. That's what reselling is like. So if you are thinking about becoming a reseller and you're watching this channel, just remember you have to deal with these. Just remember, guys, if you have bought something that's cost you a bit of money and it sells for a lot of money, when it gets sold, bubble wrap the death out of it, put in about 20 layers of cardboard. If so, even take it to that person's house, because you cannot trust any of these delivery companies, because they don't care about any of your parcels. All they care about is your money. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, obviously hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video, and hopefully I've got some refund back.